Yo, welcome back. I love doing this shit. Come on, babe, kick it. Story time.
So today we're going to be coming to y'all with a story time on something that I went through personally, and it's going to help lead into the rest of this conversation. So a lot of people don't know, but I had recently started working about 6 months ago, and loved it. It was great. Finally getting back out there, and over the time, he was telling me that maybe I should start looking elsewhere because of certain things that I was trying to ignore for the sake of, I want to continue this job. Well, as you know, we all have dreadlocks, and one of the things that started was them telling me that me wearing my hair like this was not professional and that I would need to have my hair done. So with that being said, we decided, okay, cool, we're gonna get my hair done. We got my hair done. First time, went to work, wasn't an issue. Then I took my hair out and wore it in a ponytail for a few weeks. Nothing was said about it. Finally, it was getting to a point where I knew eventually it was going to get messy. They were going to say something. I need to go get it redone. Got my hair done. Went to work. Now, mind you, they told me that I needed to keep my hair neat. Went to work, and there was a lady there that was trying to get help, but everyone else that was working was helping customers. So I approached her because I wasn't, and I asked if, they needed help. And they just kind of acted scared and kind of...
Intimidated.
Yeah. No, I can wait. I said, okay, cool. And I walked off and continued to do my job. I didn't think anything of it. About 5 minutes later, I get approached by one of the managers who pulled me aside and told me that the customer basically said that my hair was offensive. And I couldn't stay there. I was sent home. My hair was offensive, and basically the amount of money that that customer was going to spend wasn't worth what they were going to pay me for that shift. So I had gotten sent home, and then after that happened, I got a call the next day telling me not to come to work. So I made a comment saying, I said, I wonder if it's because they know that my hair is still going to be the same today. So I wasn't scheduled to come back until a couple of days later, and we had at that point decided, I'm done. I'm going to quit. Because there's a lot of racism behind that, in the sense that my manager supported that customer in sending me home. So besides that, I had already been thinking about wanting to leave, but that was just like cherry on top. When I went to go quit, apparently I found out later there was a comment made to find out if my hair was still braided down when I came in to quit. That was the only thing that was cared about, was my dreads. Because apparently when you have dreadlocks, there's something unprofessional. But what really trips me out about all of this is in the break room of this same job, there's a poster on the wall for equal employment opportunity. And it has someone of every race, 2 that are black, 1 with a bald head, and 1 female with dreadlocks. So what was wrong with me having dreads and working there?
It gets to a point where we seen our hair being assaulted from different people. The wrestler had to get his hair cut because he couldn't do a match because the referee deemed that it was whatever the fuck he deemed it was, because whatever. Then we have this other lady, Sally, I can't pronounce her last name, where she has a charity called something, I forgot the name of it, but she had a charity in Chicago, and she had a video a couple years ago where she was cutting off young men's hair because they feel like cutting off their dread will make a better start in their life. That is crazy.
And you know what's really fucked up about that is, at first I was conflicted because the kid wanted his locks cut and he was in support. But the more I think about it, the message that you're sending is that dreadlocks can never, like someone that has dreadlocks isn't professional, can't be a part of society in a normal fashion. They have to be this violent criminal, whatever the fact may be. But that's not the case with any of us. We're all hardworking. we're all a part of society.
Bro, we're just fucking people.
And
we're just like you.
why is it that if our hair doesn't lay like a white person, it's not professional?
Because when they're scared, they're terrified. You know why they're terrified? Because when they turn on their news and they see the news, the first thing they see is a nigga with this.
Right.
And this is all they see.
Right.
So they associate this with anything bad.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And you can't really blame them, can you?
No.
But why not
Because
push
we
the
don't
narrative?
we don't make it no better as black people.
I'm glad you're saying that.
Well,
Facts.
Why not push the narrative of not everyone with dreads is a bad person?
All right.
Because if I take the example that Yellow Bastard just put forth, then every time I turn on the news and I hear about a school shooting, it's a white kid.
I'm glad
So
you touched that subject.
if I look at every white person and act like they're gonna shoot me, I'd be wrong.
The crazy
right?
thing about it is not every white person. It's a specific white person.
The older ones.
Not only that, but I'm gonna be real with you. All right, so we have this kid at our job, right? A lot of people look at him like he's a fucking shooter because of the way he looked. You feel what I'm trying to say? Maybe a little messy. Maybe he didn't really dress the regular part, whatever the case is. Maybe he's a loner. Maybe he's a little weird. You feel what I'm trying to say?
Does he do his job?
Yes, but
Then
a
that's
lot
all
of
that
people, a lot of
matters.
people just look at him and say, "Oh, out of all of us, he's probably gonna be the shooter." Why is that?
Why?
Because it's just a look that he depicts that he might be a
Yo,
shooter.
how does a shooter look, bro? Like, for real.
Right.
Like, honestly. Like, what does a shooter look like?
And not only that, but then you probably see a lot of I have another friend at work. He's bald headed. You feel what I'm trying to say? He likes rap music and stuff like that, but a lot of people look at him and say, "Oh, he's a skinhead. He's a racist." Cause you know what I mean? It's just a depiction of what people think. And guess what?
Instead of just letting people live their
Right.
life based off of what they like.
But that's not the point though. America pushed, like you said, America pushes this narrative where the people in position, like the bosses, the managers, the GMs, and all the other people, don't like your hair. You feel what I'm trying to say? I've been through many positions where this has been a problem for me. Oh, you have to cover it up. Oh, you have to make sure it's completely whatever. And I don't disagree because you're working around food and stuff like that. But if my hair is completely covered, this should not be an issue.
And then my
There's
thing is,
times at my
especially
job
if
where I
you're
had my
working in
hair
the
covered
back.
and that was a problem
it should not
too.
be an issue, bro. If your hair is neatly, whatever the case is, and it is properly whatever, there should not
I
be a
can
problem.
understand
Now,
if you're
hold on.
working out there.
On the
gotta
flip
be
side,
around people.
On the flip side, you do have these people who are. Don't get me wrong, they're real Rostas, or what they want to call it, and they don't maintain their hair. You feel what I'm trying to say? So sometimes it might be a little whatever. Again, no disrespect to nobody, but you can't look at them and say, okay, well,
Everybody
they're all the same.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
And
trying
you know
to
what?
say?
But here's the issue with this, because correct me if I'm wrong. A Rasta is basically part of a religion, right?
Absolutely.
So you look at them and say, you can't work here because of your religion.
Not only that, but it's feel
That's
like,
what you're saying. You're discriminating against someone because of their beliefs.
I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but I guess it gets to a certain point where they don't naturally cure their hair personally. Like they don't retwist, they don't do. It's just.
But a lot of times those
it's-
Rastas,
you know what I
let me
mean?
tell you something.
It's
A
wild.
lot of times, you see the same Rastas you're talking about. A lot of times, you won't never even see their dreads. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right,
They're
because
always
it's covered up.
They're gonna cover their hair. The thing is, though, will that job allow them to walk in there with this big ass shit on top of their head? You
Very
feel
true.
what I'm saying?
Very,
They're gonna
very
have you
true.
wearing a
Very
basket
true.
on top
Very
of your
true.
fucking head.
Very, very true. And
So-
most people might find that a distraction. That's I don't want to know.
Exactly.
That's right. So at the end of the day, I can appreciate it. I can respect that. There's no issue with that. Now, my hair is getting to a point where if I do put it up, it's kind of a little, you know what I mean? Whatever. And I try to wear a specific, I work 2 jobs. I try to work at another job and they just tell me no. So they rather me put a hairnet on. A hairnet, you think a hairnet is going to cover all of this, bro? They say put a hairnet on instead of having the natural thing that I have. Because why? It's fitting what they want me to do. At the end of the day, bro, all right, cool, it's your restaurant.
No,
Your
it's
place
just
ain't
that they
fun.
don't want to see your hair. Period. They don't want to see it, and they feel like it's just what type of shit you put on your hair? A scully?
Yeah, like, yeah.
You look like the shit they see at night.
Or the the one where it's colorful, but you put that shit on, bro.
That's the shit they
Listen,
see at
man.
night on their news, and you at the job looking just like that
It
shit.
gets to a certain point where I get what you were saying earlier. We do see these people as criminals and mugshots and stuff, and they all do have dreads. So yeah, at the end of the day, we can't blame you for wanting to cross the street.
And like
when
you
see
said,
us
it's
coming.
a certain group that feel like that.
Absolutely.
It's not all of them. It's
Right.
just a certain group. How old was this woman?
She was an old white lady. Well, she wasn't that old. She was in the 40s.
Right.
Older though.
But not that old. She was in her 40s.
Right.
So
But
because I would have excused it if she was not excused it, but like if she was in her 60s or 70s, I'd be like, all right, she ain't caught up with society.
Right.
But you're not that old.
But not, man. Listen, the worst person in this whole thing is your manager, the boss, whatever you want to call it. And I said it before, like, you're supposed to have the employees back no matter what. You were hired them. You knew what her fucking hair looked like. You feel what I'm trying to say? You hired her.
And what's crazy is when I went in there, my hair was really done. Like, I don't know if you remember, like, when I actually got hired, I would look like a saucer on my head. So you was okay with hiring me like that.
Yeah. But once
but
you
not
take
when
it
it
out,
was braided down?
Nah. And it gets to a certain point where society, again, like you said, look at us like we're just evil people. Bro, I just want to love my son.
I get looked at all the time. I don't give a fuck. You can kiss my ass, man.
Right.
For real.
But then, you know when you're going to start giving a fuck when people accuse you. Oh, it was him. It was him with the dreads. I ain't do shit. You feel me?
How you going to accuse me? My dreads got color.
Ain't true. Listen, man. Y'all, and then
people's imaginations run wild.
Yeah, and then let's get back on the subject with the Sally. Cause you know Jay-Z is partnering with the NFL, and his charity gave $200,000 to his charity, and a lot of people are giving it backlash because this lady Sally, again, showed pictures of herself cutting these guys' dreads off, and a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people said that she was wrong for doing that.
Has Jay-Z spoken on it?
No, of course Jay-Z don't speak on it, bro. Jay-Z not gonna speak on it.
He do what he do. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
He a boss. He ain't gonna answer.
He ain't gonna speak on it. But again, I don't see an issue in her cutting the hair off.
I do.
Why do you see an issue?
I think she's brainwashing these kids, man. If
you're basically telling them that you can't be shit if you have your hair.
Yeah, right. If you tell me this shit every fucking day, you're not gonna be shit with your dreads. You're not gonna be shit.
Cut it off and you'll be
eventually,
I'm
gonna believe that shit, and I'm gonna cut my fucking hair. You feel what I'm saying?
My thing is, why are we teaching our young African American men that the way to be successful in this world is to be accepted by the white man?
Cut my hair.
Why is it that what's being pushed is you have to look acceptable to the white man?
And that's what's
and the answer to that question is because there's not enough black businesses.
Facts.
That's what's so
because if there was black businesses, is a black person gonna not want to hire another black person that looks like them?
Not even just a black person, just anybody. Diversity is it's the best thing. You feel what I'm saying?
But you had a point though, because if a black manager sees you,
that's normal to them.
He's gonna be like, "Hey, bro, I need you to put your hair up or whatever the case." He's like, "No, but just cover your shit up and keep it moving."
But y'all talking like it just by having a black, but you don't have a black business and the dude to be in there thinking just like that.
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's a big fact.
Unfortunately,
that's a huge fact.
They get where they come from.
That's a huge fact, and that's my biggest problem with African American black people, whatever you want to call us. That is my biggest problem.
My only thing is I gotta say is stop trying to dim our culture, because we can love our culture and still be very successful.
Right.
We can love our culture and embrace our culture without having to get this tag of a criminal or someone who looks like a criminal. No, I just look like a black person in dreads who's living a very good life.
And not only that,
I ain't hurting nobody while I'm doing it.
And not only that, if you're in a position and other black people's below you, try to build them up, bro. That's as simple as that, bro.
If you got something that you could teach them, why not?
Yeah, and
maybe that's 4 or 5 other black people that can start doing well, and that's where the growth in our black community really come from. Instead of having that, I work to get here, they can do the same. Maybe they don't have the ability that you had to do that, and maybe mentoring someone will put them in that position to help other people do that.
Right.
Well, it's all in who you mentor too, because not everybody want to be taught.
Of course, and if you don't want to be taught, fuck them. On to the next one. The moral of the story is, man, you see some white man with his long ass beards, and you see some Middle Eastern people wearing a turban at the end of the day. Don't make them terrorists. It don't make them all evil. It don't make them all whatever. Yeah, there's some bad apples out there, absolutely. But don't look at my hair and just automatically turn me away because you feel like I'm going to do something bad, do something wrong. You feel me?
You think like I know I never seen no shit like this, but you think if they just said to Zao, Chris, one female there, with the dot on her head. You know what do they go?
Indian.
They tell her, yo, you can't have a dot on your forehead. Go wipe it off.
Yeah.
It's true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like.
That's a great point. It's crazy how they carry to certain people but don't want to carry to other people.
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
Crazy.
Treat everyone the same, and it's just that fucking simple. But yet we make it hard. Like a lot of people make it so hard, and that's why, again, when it comes to these LGBT people, I don't care. Stay over there, do that. Because at the end of the day, we're all people, and that's the way I look at it, bro.
I just find it interesting that they'll be more than willing to accept that before they're willing to accept that black people are a part of this world and we're not going anywhere.
All right. Well, hey, listen. We're going to keep impregnating these white women because, hey, that's what we do.
Yeah.
He is what?
Like.
Hey, because I'm not a part of that.
Subscribe. We out. We love black women too. We love Latinas. All of it. We love all Spanish. Women. But I'm just saying, y'all keep be racist when you fucking y'all daughters. Simple. We out.